Many households in Uganda enjoy the services of domestic workers. These carry a range of responsibilities and duties, including house cleaning, cooking, childcare, security, and pet care. Peter Mujuni is one of those who have enjoyed these services and says they are really important to the family.
So yes, without a doubt, house helps are important. So maybe if you have a homestead or family where maybe your wife or your spouse is not working, but even if they are there, one or another, there could be help needed. Yeah, but for a work-life kind of family, you're going to need a house help.
According to the latest Uganda Human Rights Commission report, the biggest number of these workers are women, with a significant number of these being below the age of 18 years.
A significant proportion of domestic workers in Uganda are women and girls aged 15 to 35 from rural areas who migrate to urban centers for employment. This migration is fueled by poverty, limited education opportunities, and scarce employment prospects in rural communities.
These often face significant challenges, including exploitative working conditions, limited legal protection, and societal marginalization, in addition to abuse of different forms.
Domestic workers, a significant percentage of whom are women and live-in, often face physical, verbal, and sexual abuse at the hands of their employers. Employers feel entitled to use their power over the domestic workers and exploit their vulnerability.
The Uganda Human Rights Commission says 95% of these are engaged without formal contracts.
They operate primarily within the informal sector, which lacks adequate regulation. Many domestic workers do not have formal contracts, limiting their access to labor rights such as health insurance, pensions, and paid leave.
The chairperson of the Domestic Workers Association, Anifa Katwesige, confirmed these concerns.
The challenges are they are always not paid. They are not given a chance to express their views or to share their problems they face. Domestic workers are always abused in a way that they are always raped. The workload is more than the payment itself.
As part of efforts to address these concerns, the Uganda Human Rights Commission is recommending that Parliament expedites the enactment of the proposed Domestic Workers Protection and Welfare Bill. The Commission says the law should provide for the regulation of domestic work, prescribe minimum standards for terms and conditions of employment, provide mechanisms for dispute resolution, and offer protection against abuse, exploitation, and discrimination of domestic workers. This has been welcomed by some employers and the Domestic Workers Association.
The domestic work sector has no law that governs it, and we have always tried to talk to those people who are concerned, most especially the Parliament. So we thought they could do something better for a domestic worker, because a domestic worker is not seen as a worker.
They've come for work. The same way I believe we have a framework of some sort in our places of work. It's a good thing. The only difference maybe could be on the qualification if the person measures up, because unfortunately, unlike in other developed countries, we really don't have maybe institutions that do training for house helps and nannies. Everything is always going to be set by the employer in terms of the terms of work.
I'm Benjamin Jumbe, NTV Weekend Edition.